Yo guys, and welcome to a new review. Today I will be talking about One Shot with Ed Sheeran. Alright, so this movie is a little gem that suddenly came to Netflix, and I found out about its existence like 2 days before it actually aired. So this is a very interesting movie because I did not know it was coming. I actually wasn't even planning on watching it, but it was directed by the same guy that made Adolescence like a few months ago in the beginning of the year. I haven't seen Adolescence yet or Adolescence yet, but I really want to see that because of, well, of course, the master of a one shot is involved in that thing. And I did see a movie of him, like it was Boiling Point, which is one of my favorite movies of that year. I absolutely loved the tension of Boiling Point, and I loved the one shot in that. I thought that was absolutely one of the greatest things I've ever seen. So I wanted to see what he would do with just an hour of Ed Sheeran in New York, and I have to say I did not expect it, but it was one of the most wholesome hours I had all day. Like, it was just wholesome having him sing those songs in New York City, having him talk to people, having him interact with the tourists and the people that are living in New York. It was really wholesome. Him going to that party and him having the proposal and stuff like that. It was just really fun and really wholesome, and I absolutely like that. But for the rest, this is not an interesting movie enough to fill an entire hour with. If you are like the biggest fan of Ed Sheeran, probably yes, there is something for you to like here. But for me, that is not enough. I need something more. I like the music of Ed Sheeran. I can sing Shape of You. I can sing Galway Girl. But that is about it. I do need to hear the rest of the music to be able to sing the rest of the music. But I just thought like, okay, that's cool. It's really wholesome. It's really nice, but I need something more. And that is where the technical standpoint of this film comes in, because this film is a technical gem. The camera work, even the cinematography, how they managed to make those shots and have them seamlessly go over into those drone shots. Maybe I want to see the documentary about this film. Like, Netflix always puts out documentaries for their biggest films. Like, you have one for Frankenstein, you have one for Nosferatu. No, not for Nosferatu. You have one for a lot of big Netflix films. Like, they want to showcase how they actually managed to do stuff like this. And I know there's one for this experience as well. And I really want to see that actually, because it's going to be insane how they managed to pull off the camera work for this, because that is absolutely insane. Not for 1 second you can actually feel persons holding the camera, and then suddenly the camera starts to pan around and go up and go down and just basically fly. Like, you feel like it's a drone, but you kind of know that it's not a drone because they will never get permission to do something like this. They never had permission to go in subways and in buildings and in elevators with that drone. So it's not the drone. So how the fuck did they do it? How did they seamlessly go onto cranes or stuff like that? I really need to see how this movie got made, because the technical standpoint is just so incredibly great that you truly feel like this is epic to see, and you want to know how they did it. You want to know how to pull it off. It does make sure that sometimes the things that are happening to Ed Sheeran feel scripted. I have no idea in what way this movie actually is scripted. Like, everything that happens in this movie, you could think, yeah, that this could happen for real. Like, a lot can happen in an hour. This could potentially really happen. There is a moment where Ed Sheeran makes a choice and goes onto a bus, and then he thinks like, oh fuck, it's rush hour, so we have to skip through a few things. But instead of cutting, they just fast forward it. No cuts. Look at it. And that was really a good way to make sure that you feel like this is not scripted at all, but there has to be something of a script. There have to be so many people working behind the scenes to make sure everyone is on their place and everyone knows when Ed Sheeran is coming. And I truly feel like Ed Sheeran had the upper hand in this, and if he was late, he was late. I truly believe that. But there's one moment when he opens the door and there's a car on the other side, and there's someone other famous in that car. Not gonna tell you who it is, because watch the film and then you know it. But that, I don't believe that was unintentional. I truly believe that was one of the most scripted things that could have happened. And I don't know why. It kind of took away the believability of it not being scripted at all. and I just know it's scripted because of that. Like, if that actually happened unintentionally, I don't believe that. You could never convince me that that was unintentional. You could never believe in that that wasn't scripted. But what does it matter? The rest of the film is intentional, is incredibly great. Like, you never feel like it is scripted at all, apart from that moment, and that is a true feat. And everything from the camera work, from the placement, from the songs, from the singing, even from Ed Sheeran being there, and Ed Sheeran being a very wholesome person that you just want to have a drink with. It all comes together in the end, and it all works really well. So in the end, I am going to give this film 4 stars and heart. It absolutely deserves so. It made me happy. And I want to thank you for watching. What did you think of One Shot with Ed Sheeran? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'd like to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.